The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David, and Heidi Tam Music, with her latest on HeidiTamMusic.com.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia Missing, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, available on Amazon, keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner, also brought to you by Heidi Tam Music. Check out our latest at HeidiTamMusic.com. We're here with a terrific lady who's a Nashville-based traditional country singer, songwriter, previously lived in the north central Washington area. She's based out of Franklin, Tennessee. She's a niece to guitar legend Merle Travis and a cousin to legendary country virtuoso Thom Brush. We'll find out about more of the connection. She began her career at 15 writing songs with her mother, has numerous followers on Spotify, YouTube, and all kinds of platforms, and has 1,500 songs in her catalog, 7 years of singing experience on an international level, and a full album to be released. But we'll be talking about a civil war. What kind of civil war? We'll find out what's going on with that. Live, ladies and gentlemen, the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Nashville, the amazing Nashville-based traditional country singer-songwriter who once upon a time lived in north central Washington. Talk about their journey and in a civil war, ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Lena Paige. Lena, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me on. Man, you just covered the whole gamut right there. That's great.
Well, that's what you get when you travel, though. So it's like you have to have the gap. Go from here, there, everywhere. It's like you got to have the travel. So you got that. So
that's great.
You got that. So you're a Nashville-based traditional country singer-songwriter. You lived in north central Washington at one point, and you have your niece, a guitar legend Merle Travis, and a cousin to country guitar virtuoso Thom Brush. You began a career at 15 writing songs with your mom, and you have 1,500 songs on your catalog, 7 years singing on an international level. A full album is expected to come out, but we'll be talking about your latest release, Civil War, and also some other songs as well, too. And before getting on, Lena, tell us how you first got started.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago.
It's worth it. You can go way back. We love to hear way back.
Good. Then I'm going to go way back then. Okay. All right. So Mike, my mom was on TV in Nashville, and my dad was based in the Army here in Nashville, and she was singing, and he said to his friends, he said, "Hey, I'm going to marry that girl." And
I love that Bravo.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
did. He saw her on TV, and he's like, "I'm going to marry that girl." And he found her, and he said, "You guys break out in a fight, and I'm going to just protect her, and and then I'm going to ask her to marry me." And he did, and it was so funny. But my mom was raised really poor, tobacco tenant farmers in Kentucky, and music was her life, and but music was not my dad's life. He was raised in Washington State, and anyway, so we have some people coming in here. But anyway,
well, tell them to come on in and enjoy the show. So tell them to come on in and enjoy. So yeah,
enjoy the show, he says.
Come on in, guys. Come on in. Don't be shy. So let's keep going about your dad not being in music and the story right there.
So anyway, they met, and he whisked her off to Washington State, and gone was her career for music. But she continued to write music, and when I was 15, we always sang together. I mean, I sang from the time I was about 3 years old. And I started doing competitions when I was really young. And then about when I was about 15, my mom said, "I need you to help me finish writing the song." And I said, "Okay." So she didn't need my help.
Okay. So
I said,
kind of get you in the music a little bit, maybe a little hints or something.
That's right. So I helped her write Roses in December. We wrote that song together, and I'm proud to say before she passed away, I was able to play her the BBC radio interview where the song went number 6 for the top 10 country songs for 2020. And not just for the week or the month, but for the year.
Wow.
In Europe. Yes. It was a huge accomplishment. And I was so happy that I was able to share that with my mom. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And of course, your mom being heavily involved in music, what were some of her favorites growing up?
So my mom, her uncle was Merle Travis. So Merle Travis taught Chet Atkins how to play.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people know who Chet Atkins is, of course.
Mm-hmm. Very
Chet Atkins,
amazing guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chet Atkins actually, he mirrored the Travis picking style. And I don't know, a lot of people go, oh, I've never heard of the Travis picking style, but oh, yes, you have. If you've ever heard like Dust in the Wind, songs like that.
Dun, 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 dun. I get it now. Yes, I understand.
Yes, that is the Travis picking style.
Oh, really?
So that's my great uncle. Yes, that's my great uncle. So that's kind of how I started. And started writing with my mom when I was 15, and then started doing competitions and singing. And I realized that guitar is not my strong point. So I had to start singing. So I started singing.
Okay. And of course, I talk about these highlights, your mom, being related to Merle Travis, and of course, being in Nashville and having all the connections and everything, and got you to sing and everything. What exactly was that one precise moment, like a light bulb moment, that got you in for the rest of your career?
Well, I was sitting at home, and I had a dinner party at my house, and I've always sang my whole life. And I had recorded a song called Joan of Arkansas. I wrote the song, co-wrote it. And I had a dinner party at my house, and one of my friends said, we've never heard you sing before.
Oh, really?
And so they're like, we'd love to hear you sing. And I said, really? Okay. And so I played Joan of Arkansas, which I co-wrote with Robbie Jenkins. And this gentleman was there at the party, and he said, man, you've got to get that song out there. And I had tried. I pitched it to Reba, and I pitched it to Linda Davies, Carrie Underwood. I pitched it to everyone and could not, but nobody wanted to pick it up because of the content. It's about abuse. Oh, and I wrote it specifically for victims of abuse. So, it's a Christian-based song. She held on to her faith. She didn't let go. She became a mom and a wife. She held on to her faith. And so this guy, he heard the song that night with 8 of us sitting around the table, my table, eating spaghetti.
You're making me hungry already.
And he said, this song has to be out there. And I said, well, I left Nashville. And he said, well, you got to go back. So I said, okay, all right, I'll go back. For you, I'll go back.
There you go. And I think that's a really good idea. We'll talk more about your journey, and who are some of your other favorite singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Currently?
Who? Not just current, but the ones you were growing up with, like your mom.
Growing up with. Oh, well, that's
go
kind
way
of a
back. Just like your mom, influenced by Merle Travis and all that's like, how about some growing up? And you want to do current, that's fine too.
Well, I have to say, I loved Crystal Gayle growing up. I loved, of course, Loretta Lynn. Who didn't? She's amazing.
But I you're Rose Garden. I love Loretta Lynn.
I loved her. And of course, Tanya Tucker. I love Tanya. I love her today still. And probably then my interests started shifting. I started shifting to R&B.
Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people have done it. I mean, Beyonce can go from R&B to country. Anybody can do it, including you.
And then I started loving, James Taylor and Carly Simon and the Pointer Sisters and, Jeffrey Osborne and Usher.
Wow.
And I met Usher, and I love Usher. He's a great guy. And I met a lot of celebrities throughout the years that I loved. And I can't even think of all their names all of a sudden. But anyway, I had so many musical influences. I can't even tell you how many. And just the people, I met Michael McDonald, and he lives down the street from me now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Have not seen him in years, but I live down the street from Winona, Vince Gill, Amy Grant, a lot of Chris Stapleton lives right around the corner.
How do you like that? All on Music Row, all the neighbors in one row. I'll have to move out there.
It's beautiful. And a lot of people are moving out here, but unfortunately, I haven't really met all of them. I hope to someday, but growing up, my musical influences were really all over the map. I loved everything from everything. And I never stopped. And then when I was in my teens, it was Foreigner and Journey and Toto and anything. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band was huge. And Diamond Rio and Joe Diffie.
One of the best.
Joe Diffie, Diamond Rio, Roy Orbison was a huge influence. I learned how to harmonize with Roy Orbison. And that's why I went with Civil War, the song that I sang.
Gotcha.
And we'll get more into that.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll talk more about Civil War in just a minute, along with your other music with Lena Paige. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon, a paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews. In Eve 11 endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joan of Arkansas, Forbes Riley, and Minutes. So grab your copy today for Girls Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illumniptical, the think tank of the future. Illumniptical brings scientists and engineers together to all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator, which is a unique product, operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally that needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes, power grids, phones, laptops. This power source is renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerate. More information, visit facebook.com/illumniptical. That's ELLUMENIPTICAL today. Also brought to you by the Sweet Psalms as well, too, by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 paintings in King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective on the life of David through the Psalms he wrote. And time as a shepherd all started, and his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Hi-Tan Music, featuring the smash hit Baby Come Back, and new music coming soon. Listen for the details at hitanmusic.com. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Take us with you on any mobile device, 40 podcast platforms, 100 countries. If you want great gifts, check out Amazon.com, Mike Wagner Show podcast, T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts 24/7. And if you're interested, message me at the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com to get more information. And for more great gift ideas, Amazon.com, great books, merchandise, and more. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We hear the amazing Nashville-based traditional country singer-songwriter who once upon a time ventured north central Washington, Lena Paige here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we get into that Civil War started and or whatever, tell us about your journey. You went to Nashville, north central Washington, and tell us more about the journey still.
Well, I kind of want to go back just a hair in time. And I know I mentioned James Taylor and Carly Simon and Pointer Sisters and Foreigner and Journey and all that. But deep in my core, I truly love country music, traditional country. And so I've really stayed true to that, even though it's been really hard because when I came to Nashville, so I had this dinner party at my house and, I was told, oh, you got to do this country album. And so I go to Nashville and they say, well, you're too country for country radio. So you're going to have to write a new song that's more, less traditional, more commercial, kind of more pop. And that's just not me. Even though I love every genre, it didn't mean that I wanted every genre in country music. Mm-hmm. I wanted country to stay country. And so my album is traditional country. And I've stayed that way. And so in my journey, the best news is recently I teamed up with Jerry Foster from
Nice.
Foster and Rice. You know Jerry Foster?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Jerry and I have teamed up together, and we are working on a sitcom called True Blue Collar Holler.
Nice.
Yes, it's very nice, and it's very exciting. I'm super excited about it. In the meantime, I have released several songs before this. Civil War is one of them. Civil War was released because Yogi Milsap approached me. She was at the house here, and she said, oh, man, Ronnie cut this song, but it really didn't do anything because it got kind of overshadowed with all his number one hits. And she said, but I love the song. It was written by Carol Chase and Cindy Richardson. Mm-hmm. And she said, I would love for you to record it. So I said, okay, I'll record it. So I listened to it and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Nice.
And
nice.
Oh, so great. Have you heard it?
Yes, I have. And I'm a big Ronnie Milsap fan. It's like my dad got me hooked on it, and he was an outlaw country fan. Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson.
Well, before outlaw country was even outlaw country, right?
Right, yeah. A lot of outlaw. I listened to some outlaw, believe it or not. Back in the day, it's like the 8 tracks and all that. Constant. My mom listened to Patsy Cline, and I'm trying to think, oh, gosh, who else? That's like I'm at a brain what on this one, but oh my gosh, it's bringing back some memories here.
I know Kitty Wells and Barbara Mandrell and
Dottie West with the Cuervo.
Dottie West. Oh man,
yeah, Jose.
Yeah, and we had a barrage of great female artists. Nowadays, you will only hear a female artist once every hour. Unfortunately.
Oh really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've noticed that, but it's very...
Yes, I have. And I'm like, okay. This sounded like it's done. This is done. Okay, Chris Stable, Luke Bryan. Come on, Luke Combs. Come on, where's a female, will you? It's like, Taylor Swift, you don't count. Sorry.
Well, and then you have, a lot of other female artists, and I completely appreciate their art, and they're amazing, and I love them, and I want them to stay there. But we have more than just male artists out there. We have a lot of female artists that are really doing great, and they're just not being heard. And so that's another mission of mine. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but I would love to hear more female artists Like we used to have back in the day, Mike. We used to have a lot of female artists back in the day, right?
Oh yeah, and I remember that. I think some dominate the top 10 as well, too. Top 20, top 30, top 40. You hear these countdowns all the time. And of course, AM radio pretty much ruled back then, and the FMs took over. But AM, my age really dominated the whole thing. It just dominated.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, female artists now, we don't want to dominate. We just want to be equal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really too bad that we're not even equal at this point. But
oh my gosh.
Anyway, moving forward, traditional country music is a huge part of my life, and I want to continue with that. And so I've been working really hard on that. And Civil War is a song that Yogi Milsap approached me about, and she said, I really want you to cut this song. And I did. And I don't know how Ronnie feels about it. I haven't heard his side of it yet.
Well, I'm sure he's up in country music heaven, probably smiling at you since you mentioned his name.
Yeah.
He's probably smiling right now. Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie. I know.
Hey.
I cut this when he was actually still alive. And anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And plus, you got some other music, too, like You Ain't No Match and If Rain Were Whiskey. Now, tell us more about that. What inspired
Yes. So when I came back to Nashville, they said that my Roses in December, I wanted to release Roses in December. And they said it was too country for country radio. So they gave me 4 days to write a new song that was more pop or, commercial. So I wrote 5 songs in 4 days. And You Ain't No Match was their favorite. So I went in and recorded that. And I love the song. I just love it. I think it's fun, and it may be a little repetitive, but what song isn't nowadays, right? So
right, exactly.
Anyway,
and of course, I also got to look at the album cover. That was a good play on words. You Ain't No Match, and tell us more about that song. What inspired you to write it?
Oh well, there's an old country song that I was listening to, and I just thought, man, you ain't no match for this old flame. And it was all my old flames.
I love it. You ain't no match for this flame. That was well played. Well played, Lena. Well played.
Oh, thanks. I heard all my old flames have new names. Well, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get my new name back,
Mm-hmm.
And
you ain't no match, and you can go scratch.
That's that's perfect. I love it, Mike. That's great.
Here we are. Name that song on the Mike Wagner Show. Make it match.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and of course you can go on with that one as well too, not being a match as well. So
exactly.
Okay.
Good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yes, it does. And also, If Rain Were Whiskey, and more about that. And I'm sure we could use a little whiskey rain right now. Well,
If Rain Were Whiskey, I was sitting on my patio in 2019, beginning of 2020. And I was sitting there with my guitar, and I was kind of just strumming a little bit. And I was texting my girlfriends at the same time. And I said to one of my girlfriends, I said, oh my gosh, this rain in Tennessee, it's unbelievable. It's relentless. And she said, well, Mother Earth must need it because she's drinking it in. And I said, well, you tell her she's cut off. And that's how the song started. But If Rain Were Whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe think of that one song. What was it? Rain makes corn. Corn makes the whiskey.
Oh, that's right.
Whiskey makes someone frisky. Yeah, that's
right.
I really love.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's awesome.
Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey.
That's right.
Makes someone frisky. Yeah, that's the one.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh! And you got some great.
Yeah, but it's really a love song about two people. She's like, if rain were whiskey, but if rain were you, I'd be sitting on the beach with my toes in the sand. sun on her face is margaritas in her hands, So,
oh gosh, that made me think of what's that? Oh gosh, who is that? He sang with Jimmy Buffett. It's like not Alan Jackson. I'm like, I'm having
Kenny Chesney. Is it Kenny Chesney?
Yes. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I'm having one of those moments. Don't mind me here. So, oh my gosh, we got. And if there's other music out there, feel free to talk about it as well.
Do I have any more out there?
Yes.
Civil War is the latest one, but no, I'm working on Blue Collar Holler with Jerry Foster, and we're super excited about it. And he keeps telling me, hold off, don't put your album out yet. There's a lot of good things coming up. So I trust in Jerry Foster and what he has for our future and musically, and we'll go from there.
That sounds great.
It's very exciting.
You have another album that's coming out as well, too, even a full one released, by one of your heroes. We'll find out just one minute with Lena Paige. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing. Also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, now on Amazon, and Honey Tan Music. Check out her latest at honeytanmusic.com. We'll be back with multi-talented Lena Paige after this timeout.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, someone he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing. This is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, neither paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
Baby, come back.
Heidi Tan has a new release, the remake of Player's Baby Come Back.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
With special guest, international recording artist Nils on guitar. And now with her own twist on the classic comes Heidi Tan 2023.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see.
She delivers the punch you'd expect from a seasoned pro with this arrangement of Baby Come Back. Destined to be a chart topper, Heidi Tan, Baby Come Back.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to the Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back at the multi-talented Nashville-based traditional country singer-songwriter Lena Paige here on the Mike Wagner Show. We talked about the Civil War, and we also talked about some of her other music. And plus, you got a new album coming out, and you also have one which it's released in spring, could be released by one of your heroes or idols. And tell us more about that.
One of my heroes.
Yes, it is. It's by some gal named Tanya.
Oh, Tanya. Well, Tanya and I did Joan of Arkansas. And how that came about was I had somebody that heard the song and he wanted me to come to Nashville and record it. And Tanya heard it and the producer said, I think you need to do this song with Lena Paige. And she said, she listened to it and she said, yeah, I'll do it. And so she did do the song with me. And I wish you would, I really wish you just would have taken the song because it was so good. She's such an amazing artist. But I love Tanya and I would love to do another duet with her at some point. That would be fabulous.
Mm-hmm. And plus another album coming out too called Singing in the Key of Country.
Yes. Singing in the Key of Country is an album with all of my songs, new and old, kind of bringing them all together, but not a song from the first album. They're all new songs. So it's going to be good.
All right. We'll certainly check that out. And where can we find all your music at?
I'm at Lena Paige Music on Facebook and Instagram and Lena Paige Music at Gmail and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, certainly check that out with the amazing, multi-talented Lena Paige of Civil War here on the Mike Wagner Show. Just a few more things, Lena. What else can we expect me in 2024 and going into 2025?
Oh, goodness. Well, we have a sitcom coming up called Blue Collar Holler that I'm working on with Jerry Foster, and that is coming out, and the Blue Collar Holler Bash. And also for the singer-songwriters out there, Jerry Foster is doing Foster and Friends, Jerry Foster and Friends, and it's a show about the song. We truly believe it's all about the song, and it's not about the singer. It's not about fame. It's not about anything but the song. So with that said, Jerry Foster has written for Elvis and Charlie Pride and Little Richard and so many different artists. But it's always been about the song for Jerry. And it's all about the song for me as well. And so when I met Jerry, it was like, we have got to put that out there. And he was already working on his dream. And I got to jump on board. And I love it. And we're very excited about it. But it's called Blue Collar Holler. It's all about the song. And then Jerry Foster and Friends. And he's an icon. He's fabulous. And we're just joining forces and moving forward with traditional country. And we are trying to preserve traditional country.
And you're certainly doing a great job of bringing it back again, Lena. And just a couple more things. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, my mom. My mom was definitely my stronghold. She was definitely my musical influence. I did backup vocals for her for years, so I learned how to do backup vocals. I was never a solo artist. I was always her backup vocalist. And her co-writer became her co-writer. She passed away in November. And so just trying to continue the legacy of incredible music from this incredible family.
That's so amazing. Just wonderful as well. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
When you come to Nashville, you better get a hold of me. If you are an artist and you're trying to make it in Nashville as a traditional artist, do not go with anybody that promises you anything. Contact me first, personally, and I will try to steer you in the right direction, because there's a lot of sharks out there in Nashville and they're just trying to make a buck. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people promise a lot of things. I'm not going to take a dime from you. I just want you to make it. If you've got the song, we're going to get your song out there. And if you've got the song and it's you that's singing it, that's even better. It's fabulous. And we'll get you out there. But do not hire anybody without knowing who they are personally.
Okay, well, make note of that. And how do they get a hold of you for that?
Oh, well, Lena Paige Music, gmail.com, or Lena Paige Music on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to get a hold of me, so don't think you can't.
You got that right. If there's a song out there, you better get a hold of her right now.
Yeah, if you think you have a hit song, then throw it past me. I've been doing this for my whole life, and I can tell you if you got a hit or not. And if you do, I'm not gonna take advantage of you either.
You got it. So if you got a song out there, you better send it to her right now as we're speaking. We're here with the multi-talented Lena Paige, Nashville-based with Civil War here on the Mike Wagner Show. Lena, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'll love to have you back. Once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you.
And what's your website?
Oh, I don't have a website anymore.
Not yet. Okay. Well, how they get a hold of you anyway?
Not anymore. Oh, Lena Paige Music at Gmail. Just email me.
Okay. I will certainly do that. Once again, Lena, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'll have you back. Wish you all best. And Lena, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you.
It's another day, blue and gray, since we made our home a battleground. We've drawn the line. You're on the north side for now. The south side bedroom's mine. Well, it's sister against brother, friend against lover. Sad to say, but pride's a tie that binds. Tell me, what are we fighting for? Nobody's gonna win this civil war. The state of our union is one of confusion. We're throwing words like raging cannonballs, and there's no mistaking, it's our own lives we're taking. We've let our hearts become stone walls, and we'll never surrender. So we might as well just stand here and declare our independence once and for all. Tell me, what are we fighting for? Nobody's gonna win this civil war. Tonight land is burning, precious memories are going up in flames. where once stood pillars of strength, only ashes remain. Oh, it's sister against brother, friend against lover. Who'd have thought forever would end this way? Oh, tell me, what are we fighting for? Nobody's gonna win this civil war. Tell me, what are we fighting for? Nobody's gonna win this civil
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by me and Mohsen Zia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing, this is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by me and Mohsen Zia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, neither paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by me and Mohsen Zia.
Baby, come back.
Heidi Tan has a new release, the remake of Player's Baby Come Back.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
The special guest, international recording artist Nils on guitar. And now with her own twist on the classic comes Heidi Tan 2023.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see.
She delivers the punch you'd expect from a seasoned pro with this arrangement of Baby Come Back. Destined to be a chart topper, Heidi Tan, Baby Come Back.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.